T.O. plays.
Hey there, this is T.O. bringing you another Kerbal Space Program video from my career mode demo series. On our last mission, we made a second trip to the moon and got a lot of science points, and then I realized the space station that I'm planning to build and the rover and all the next missions, they're going to require probably some more crew than I've currently got. So I've decided I'm going to send up my Rescue for 3 rocket that I previously built, and I'm going to go and rescue some new Kerbals. I've got 3 Kerbals to rescue, 3 missions or contracts rather that I can go and cash in. I believe they're all actually in low Kerbal orbit as opposed to some of the last ones where they're got really crazy inclinations and they're far out by the Mun's orbit. These 3 should all be pretty straightforward to collect. And I've already done a pretty good walkthrough in my demo series, so I've decided I'll speed this one up quite a bit. We can keep this video nice and short because you've seen me do all this before. Again, once I finally catch up with the footage that I've pre-recorded, I'll stop using these separate audio tracks and I'll actually just record the audio in the game, try to keep it interesting. But so you see I've got my apoapsis up to 70,000, reached my apoapsis, and I'm going to go ahead and circularize my orbit. I did modify the craft. As you can see, this is the one that's not very aerodynamic, so on the trip back my Kerbonauts are going to have a bumpy ride getting back into the atmosphere, but that's why they get paid the big bucks. So there, I'm trying to see which of the 3 pods are the closest, and I'm going to adjust my inclination. All 3 of them are on the same plane. They're all inclined the same, so I'm not going to have to adjust that inclination again now that I've got it dialed in. You see 40 meters per second. That's not too bad. Pretty slight adjustment, and now we're good. So let's see who's going to be the closest. I'll pick whichever craft. Typically you want to catch up to someone, so I'd rather pick a craft that's right in front of me, but I think in this case there was one of the Kerbonauts is just right behind me, so I went ahead and increased my orbit slightly so that they would be traveling faster than me and they could catch up to me. And there you see I'm dialing in. Oh yeah, if I adjust my speed now on the next pass, they should be, there you go, within 1 kilometer of each other. We're going to be really close. So boom. So I'm going to EVA. Is that Milbury? Go ahead and use his little RCS suit to put him in the rescue pod. So this pod, again, it's got 1 seat there in the round module and then 2 seats in that cockpit or the module with the windows. So I'm going to have to get him to move seats here in a second when I get to my next Kerbonaut. Otherwise the next Kerbonaut can't get into the door because that pod's already occupied. So yeah, I'm just adjusting my speed again, make my orbit a lot bigger so that I'll be going much slower, so that next Kerbonaut in line, lucky number 2, can catch up to me a lot faster. See, in that 1 orbit, they caught up to me quite a bit. So now I'm going to need to speed up and lower my orbit, or slow down, I guess, and lower my orbit. There we go. That's in 2 orbits, in 2 rotations, we're going to get really close to each other. That's how I like to do it. All right. Yeah, this one was a little further away than I would have liked. I guess I'm trying to conserve fuel, so I let him use his EVA propellant to the fullest. I was kind of being stingy with my fuel for my Terrier engine because I definitely want to get all 3 of these Kerbonauts on 1 mission, which I've got plenty of fuel, so I don't know why I would have done that. Anyways, time to get our 3rd pod. So we'll warp back to our closest approach and then adjust my orbit so that he can get closer to me. Actually, I'm not even going to do that. He was so close that I'm just going to make my adjustments here. So our relative speed is cut down pretty low, so now I'm just going to burn towards the target. He's only 5 kilometers away, so if I can get within a kilometer, we'll be good. And I've already got my other Kerbonauts transferred, so that round module with the door is vacant. So there's lucky Kerbal number 3. And it doesn't get much cleaner than that. I don't know if any of these 3 are pilots or engineers or scientists. Hopefully I got at least one scientist in the bunch, because I'm going to definitely want more scientists in the missions to come. I want to show you guys the beauty of research stations, and how time can be a resource. You know, as these missions get longer, be a good idea to have a research station in operation. Probably put one over the moon pretty soon. So that's why I need these Kerbonauts. So I'm going to go ahead and turn in these contracts now, get some money, get some Kerbonauts, and put them to work. So that pretty much wraps up this video. Appreciate you tuning in. Hope you got something out of it. If you did, hit that like button or leave a comment. Hope to see you guys soon.